Good evening. Today we're going to be replacing a GFCI outlet that is blown on my house. It's relatively simple replacement. It's literally just make sure you have your electricity off, pop that open, take those screws out, take the housing off, take that off the wires, then put this on the wires, and then reassemble. The tricky part is not electrocuting yourself and detonating your heart. Let's get started. Also, something we did off screen is make sure all the power in the basement's turned off. We'll show you that later. And we tested the actual plug to make sure we had the right switch. It's a longer screw than what I'm used to. For a second there, I thought I broke something. There we go.
Close it.
As I was not hitting that.
If you close it, you can unscrew it from the top. Get a slot.
No, you can't. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't miss something blatantly obvious that I totally should have understood. That's crazy talk. You're crazy.
Wait, at least it's
there was spiders in there. I think that may have been what killed it. It was spiders that killed the beast. Also, if I realized that these screws are this long, which I should have, I would have grabbed my electric one. Alright, let's see if we got enough room to work with. Yeah, we got enough room to work with. And it looks like it was actually wired more or less correctly the first time.
So
I do want to, yeah, there's a spider nest kind of thing back there. I'm going to go grab my air blower real quick. Alright, I highly doubt that the spiders actually are what killed it, but I'm definitely going to clean it out from them anyways. And there's a gap in here that looks like the spiders came in through. I'm going to come back later and fill it in with some expanding foam. Alright, let's see if a replacement is going to be as easy to put in as this is to take off. Yeah. Should be... well, there's spiderweb off of me. Yeah, should be ground into there, positive, negative into there. We're good to rock and roll.
Now, a thing to note.
I'm getting my chair, is what I'm noting. Because that concrete floor is not helping my knees.
Old men at work.
I'm...
See how, let me see this for a second. I'm going to put it on the camera. See how each of these sides a little bit colored differently? I'm sorry.
Nope, they've got a diagram on the back.
They used to be colored differently to give you a kind of a heads up.
They've got a little diagram on the back to tell you which wire to put where.
It's been a while since I did this.
It's cool.
2010? Yeah,
yeah, see, it says hot wire on this side, and then white wire on this side. After consulting the documentation that came with the product, like you're supposed to, and like we often neglect to, which is not okay, but I'm going to pretend it is. The bottom here is the one that carries the charge that actually charges this receptacle. The top is where you wire it if you want to power other receptacles off of this same circuit, basically, the loop. So we're going to unscrew this, stick our wire into it, and screw it back in. In my opinion, leaves too much exposed, but this one actually had it designed, like the one we're replacing actually was designed better, but I just grabbed what I could get my hands on at the nearest Walmart. That'll do the job. But it's not really that big of a deal if a little bit's exposed, if it's inside of the correct protected type of box, which this is going to be in.
As long as it's not so much that it
As long as it's not
somehow
so
is
many.
able to arc.
Well, that, and as long as it's not so many spiders that it dies. I know it's not the spider's fault, but I'm going to blame the spiders because they've not been nice to me this summer. Oh, if I wasn't fumbling with my hands, we'd be done already. And that's what the chiropractor's for, trying to figure out why my hands keep going numb. Only whenever I'm trying to articulate something really small. So, video games suck now. There we go. There she is, the dead one. Catch.
Oh, this will be fun to take apart.
With a hammer.
It's got clips.
No, what I'm saying is it'd be therapeutic with a hammer.
Oh.
Get in the hole. There we go. They're in all the way. Now we're going to take these two screws off, so our longer ones that will go all the way in to the way this was designed. Which I'm thinking this should have actually just been more recessed in general, or that should have been further out. But I'm going to have to check because this is not my expertise. I just know just enough to get something like this done so I don't have to pay an electrician for 15 minutes worth of work. But I will definitely ask somebody about this.
Now, the smart thing to do before you even go to try and put that on,
Yep.
is to go. I will run downstairs, flip the power, see if you get a light.
We're going to check to make sure that it's wired correctly. He's in the basement. Let's turn the power on. I'm going to push this in. Bam. On this tool, those two lights in that position mean that we're correct. All I had to do was hit the reset button before plugging it in. I don't know if you saw that on the camera. We're going to pull that out. Alright, so with that checked, we are going to go ahead and screw this back in the same way we unscrewed it. Hardest part of this one is making sure we hit the right hole. This is going to be a bit more pain. I can already tell.
When I did on my house, all three of them, they were also pains. Every single one.
Yeah, that did not hit right. Give me a second.
The top one didn't hit right?
Nope. I thought it did. I barely missed. If I keep going in, I will hit a wire.
Oh.
You hold this? Yeah, I'm like, wait a second.
That's the... Well, you wouldn't see it till later when the house burned down.
Oh, that's part of the problem. Somebody who's been here before missed and then just kept going. The good news is the way they kept going didn't kill them.
You got it barely just started?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, started to say. Switch to the next one.
So I missed with this one. I'm pretty sure that one hit, but I need to double check. I'm pretty sure I hit. But the way we're going to make sure is that if we get too much resistance, we're just going to stop.
There you go.
We started this project way too late. Right. Alright, there we go. Now it's testing time. Again, to make sure we didn't screw anything up. And then we're done. Alright, let's see if we did good or not. Moment of truth. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Just added the reset button. Alright, we're good to rock and roll. Let's try this one. There we go. Hey, mosquito. Alright, good. Pull that out. Now the first thing you need to know before doing any electrical work of any variety is to turn off whatever you're working on at your panel box. First thing you need is a panel box that's actually wired correctly and that has the circuit directory listed in a way that's easy to read. So right here, number 9, back door, that has the circuit on it we want. One thing you can check is to turn off the one you think it is, take a power meter or a electrical plug tool like what I've used and go outside and check to know that what you're working on no longer has power. Outlet that we pulled out had a helpful indicator that it had power even whenever it's broken, which was awesome. We know that that's off now. We've tested that it's off. We've then gone and done our work. We will then come back down here, turn it back on, and test to make sure the outlet worked correctly, which we did. So now you can close it up and go about your business.